But it's always been nice to have, like to fix things. Or if by some reason someone's just like, hey, I want a Kirby, but I just want a blue one. Can you do that? I'd be like, yes, I can. I got you. Have I done any Star Wars themes, Kirby? I haven't. I should probably do that, like, in prep for, like, Star Wars Day. But I should at least have some... I do have some, like, Star Wars, I do have some lightsabers from Star Wars toys that I can at least, like, just throw some magnets on them. Also, I think, I don't know if y'all have experience like being an artist alley at a convention, but like a lot of people don't know the difference between artist alley and exhibitors, and so like when I don't know, I think it helps. It helps the person because like they're usually they're kind of like in like a sensory overload, and then so they're walking by my table and they see me painting something, right? They see me painting something, and then for some reason, like, so one reason or another that they put two and two together. They're like, oh my god, you make these. I'm like, yes, because we're an artist alley, and that's what people in Artist Alley are supposed to be doing, but you don't know that. Like, the amount of times I just get, you make these? I'm like, yes. Yes, I do. A Bane for Batman Kirby would be great. Yeah, a Bane mask would be cool. A lot of conventions don't physically differentiate between Artist Alley and the rest, yeah. And then, with AI art and all that. That AI art, and then people that just 3D print stuff that they get for free online. Like, there really isn't where... Like, you do have to specify, yeah, I made this. Like, on the maps, usually, there's no indication on the actual floor, yeah. There's a whole lot of BS in the 3D printing world, yeah. And to be fair, like, to the people that usually just 3D print, like, the free files, those are usually vendors. But, like, I stopped Daniel from getting, like, a dice tower once. Because I was just like, I'm pretty sure that was something they just got for free. that they printed themselves. I mean, it still takes time to print those, right? So I'm not gonna get mad at you if you're in the vendor area, but if you're in the artist alley and you're just doing that, that's a little sketch to me. I mean, I don't know. It's sort of like this sort of like a nuanced take to it, right? Like, at least I paint mine. So at least I have like some artistry in it, but no, maybe I'm just as bad. Yeah, that makes sense. It'll probably be more valuable than ever to have people see you working on stuff at the table, yeah. I have so much stuff I have 3D printed that I need to process. Sand, prime, and paint, it's ridiculous, yeah. It's just like math class, show your work, yeah. It's time and a decent, well-calibrated printer, yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying it's, you know, it's still work, but to put yourself in an artist alley would be kind of messed up. Like, I feel like you gotta at least paint it, or like make, at least modify the designs in some way. I know, I'm probably like nitpicking at this point, but really difficult line to draw between artistry and artisanship versus craft versus production, yeah. It is kind of interesting that there's some conventions, right, that consider what I do as like a crafts person, right? Even though like I guess I'm painting, I'm just not, just because my medium isn't paper, right? No matter what, I'm considered a crafts person. And crafts, like craft person tables cost as much as vendor tables. And that's ridiculous. Like, crafting things take just as long as drawing things, if not more. And people, like, and it's not like artists don't have prints or stickers or, other merch that's like printed, through like a third party or like printed themselves. So it's like everything they make isn't originals. Like, I think especially in stuff like knitting and those kinds of crafts, there are those who think if you didn't make the pattern, even if you do the knitting, you shouldn't sell it, which seems wild to me. Yeah. I think, yeah, like for that stuff, I feel like you should at least give them credit when you post about it, but yeah, I would consider that artistry. Like, it took time for you to make. Like, it's very nuanced, right? Like, versus just like opening up a file and printing it. And you didn't do anything with it. You didn't do any work. I mean, sure, it takes time to like calibrate the printer, But once you kind of have it calibrated, you can print like a bajillion of them. And just kind of set it and forget it. Like at least paint them. To put some personal touch to it. And then like yeah, if you're knitting something or like sewing something from like a bought pattern, like that's a lot of work. People get really feisty over semantics and the kind of thing that kind of thing. Yeah, people selling the patterns need to start being very clear if it's okay to use commercially. Yeah, well, I mean, most like 3D model, like Patreons and stuff like that. Like there's technically sort of like a license. There's a license for you to you know, like you can pay a Patreon amount to sort of as like a vendor license to just print and sell like their models and stuff. But at the same time, like they can't really police it though, right? Because like some of their models are are licensed products or licensed characters. But it's sort of just like a honor, like completely like honor code. Hey Zoriel, how's it going? Someone could give me a fantastic knitting pattern and it would be useless to me because I don't knit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's I mean even now, you know, like there's some of these accessories like I took from a free site. I took from the free site and then just like modified them so I can put a magnet on them. Or some of these like I spliced the model. I spliced the model so it'll fit over a Kirby. Right? Like what constitutes work? Like my own model versus like do I have to make it from scratch in order to say that I made it? I always try to give, you know, credit to the model that I worked off of, but but then you get like, you know, you got stuff that I do that like I can tell you that it takes some time to make these things, right? And then like you have folks that I think Cup of Joe ragged on, where like the lady was just getting like the pieces from the Miniverse. Like those little cute little Miniverse food ice cream things, and she was just like gluing. She was just gluing like earrings, like earring backs on them. And it's just like, should that be like Like, should that be considered artistry? I don't know. It gets to a point where you just like you can't let it get to you, and then you just got to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna worry about myself. And just like there's enough room for everybody, I guess. I don't know. It's especially bad when people who are buying it probably think it was handmade. Yeah. Like, I mean, there is that aspect where, like, they took the spot of a legit artist, I guess. But but Motor City. That being said, Motor City Comic Con is the last convention I have for the rest of the year. And I hope it's worth it. It's gonna be fun, regardless. It's gonna be a good time. But it'll feel like a completely new audience. Like, I've only tabled at conventions in the southeast. So we'll see how well the Midwest thinks of my work. And probably it'll be about the same. Maybe better? Hopefully better? This is supposed to be a jazz cover of Mario, but it 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 has like a Christmassy vibe to it. Three Stream Street? Just 109 more. 110 more and you'll beat your record. Alright, alright. What are we doing? What are we doing?